Happy Father's Day! If you're a father, or if you're watching this on Father's Day. If you're not, maybe you have a father and you want to show your appreciation for your father, and you're going to need some good ideas. And I've got a list of 5 that I brainstormed here with my crew at live.perillo.com. This year, I'm extremely grateful that my father is still here on Earth. He is recuperating nicely from the accident that he and my mom got into a few weeks ago. We've been over that. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers. I uploaded a few of the photos of what happened to his ear. That is also healing very nicely. They're dissolvable stitches that were put in. I think about 23 of them eventually were put in. So they're doing well. Happy Father's Day to my father. So he's already kind of gotten his Father's Day present. I was out there for a week putting up with his fatherly antics. I mean, that's my time. It's a great gift, let me tell you. No, I do have something for him as well, although I'm not going to tell you what it is because he may watch this video ahead of time and then that'll ruin the whole surprise. But in case you're stuck wondering, well, what am I going to get my father? I've got a few ideas here. Now, these may require you to pool your resources with other siblings or members of the family, but I think it's worth it. Because these are really, I think, well, from my perspective, they would be really good Father's Day gifts if I was a father and if I didn't already have some of them, or if I was interested in some of the things on this list. Just 5. And you already are welcome to leave your own comment on what you're getting your father, what you've gotten your father, or as a father, what you've gotten, or what you want. So feel free to leave that list. The first thing I have listed off is something that I wouldn't be interested in, but I know my dad would love. It's something called the Automatic Professional Baseball Electronic Scoreboard. And that name is pretty accurate. It's this little, like a desktop piece of hardware. It's about yay big, and it pulls in the latest stats and scores wirelessly without a subscription fee. It recalls upon a service that broadcasts the signal, and it renders them right there in this little gadget that sits on an end table, on a desk, or whatever. And my dad is really into baseball, and I know that would be something that he would like. I mean, to be able to look over and see the scores instead of having to flip channels, to look at the stats without having to go and dig and think and everything. It is available, I know, online at a variety of gadget retailers. I'll see if I can find a coupon or certainly point you to the perfect place to buy it. And you'll find that in the corresponding blog post for this video at chris.perillo.com. The second thing I'm going to recommend is another geeky little gadget that has been sitting on my desk for a while, the Chumby. Now, the reason why I'm recommending the Chumby is because, yeah, it's kind of geeky, but it really does appeal to non-geeks as well. It'll pull in the latest weather, scores, it'll pull in news stories, it has some games on there, and so it's just an interactive widget that is really, I think, really better suited for people that really don't want to do a lot with the gadgets on their desk. They just want to look at them. And I realize it's kind of odd to say that about an interactive gadget, but, you know, the Chumby is a rather unique idea. There's really nothing else out there like it. It's simple. I've never had any massive issues with it. And I know my dad would like to have something like that, showing off the latest headlines right there at a glance. He'd love it. That's just my dad. So the Chumby does get a thumbs up from me as far as a Father's Day present is concerned. The third one, if they don't already have noise reduction headphones, I have had the QC3s and for a while now, well over a year, and I love them. I love these things. And these were not really on my radar until Ponzi got some for herself, and I was like, what'd you get those for? You don't need them, blah, 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 blah. And then I tried them, like, ooh, those are comfortable. And so now I cannot travel without these things. I love them. Even if I'm not listening to anything, I'll turn them on just for the noise reduction alone, especially if I'm on an airplane, and it really cuts out the noise. So if they don't already have a good set of noise reduction headphones, my recommendation is the QC3 set from Bose. They are good. I've tried others. These aren't, extremely compact, but they're not that big, at least for me either. And I'm a small kind of guy. The number 4 suggestion is something that my father already has. This was kind of his early Father's Day present. The Flip. And whether you get the Flip video camera, which I've already done a video demonstration on, or if you get something like the Flip, my recommendation is get something that's going to be easy. And that's what you want. Come on. Fine, play with it. Wicket, my dog here, has been jealous. Since I got my dad a Flip, he's wanted one too. And I keep telling him, dude, it's all about the opposable thumbs. You can't do it. You can't even flip it out. Flip it out. Do it. Come on. No, you can't just sniff and lick it. And you can't sniff and lick me either. Oh, thanks. Anyway, the Flip. And the reason why I'm recommending it is because it is simple. So if you think that another device manufacturer makes a better piece of hardware, just make sure it's simple. And that's the thing that my dad appreciates most about it, is that's all it takes. You plug in, the software's built in, you just don't have to worry about it. Is the quality amazing? Well, for the price and the size, okay, fine, Pixie, you can have one too. Jeez, I'm going to be running out of money. You're not my father. There's no, like, happy doggy day, is there? Don't lick the Flip. Number 4, just make it simple. See that all these things, you notice the whole meme here is it's all simple and fun and easy. You don't want to get him something like so complex that he's just going to keep it in the box for the next X amount of years. Number 5 is about as simple as it gets. One of these things. These are Tix clocks. I've sold so many of them just by having them in my live stream. I've got 6 of them running across my hutch here. It looks like the deck of the Starship Enterprise. Now, I'm not saying that you got to get your father 6 Tix, but one of them I think would be great. They're geeky fun, and it's not binary or anything. They're just lights. Trust me, I'm sure he would like any one of these things. Just some relatively geeky ideas. They're geeky, but they're not like so geeky that they feel like geeky gifts. And even if your father is a geek, he'd appreciate them. But even if he's not a geek, he would appreciate these things. It's kind of the whole idea. You don't want to overwhelm someone, especially if they don't really like technology as much as you might. Anyway, leave your suggestions, or you're free to email me too. Chris@Pirillo.com is how to get a hold of me. And you're also welcome to stop by our chat room, which is full of geeks as well. And we love talking about hardware, whether it's for Father's Day or whether it's things that we want for ourselves, even if we're not fathers. Well, Wicked, am I your father? Am I your daddy? Who's your daddy? Anyway, you're welcome to stop by and watch the live video feed. We've got dogs and hardware and geeks, and we're streaming the video live 24 hours a day at live.pirillo.com. Okay, Pixie, fine. Cheese and crackers. All right, then you do it. I ended it. You got to do the E later. Do the E later. Pixie, do the E. Do the E later. Oh, sorry. We'll see you later.